Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So in this video, we're going to do a bit of testing here on NYDIA. I'm going to run her with Martyr's Breath Concealing Ring and Devil Tarot. Going to play with the dot build here with the Ice Arrow, Winter Protection, Breath of Winter, Deathbird's Eye, and Death Sentence. She's only at 1 star, so we'll see how things go. I'll bring in Nona, Will Judgment, Ida, Gloria, Coco, and Tyre. And we're running Raid Order and Warhorn. And let's see how we go with this stage here. Feels like it's been a while since I played this stage to do a bit of damage testing. So we're going to just increase everyone's movement there. Tyre would give NYDIA the attack buff from 1000 Mile Echo. Coco will come along and do Iron Pot Stew. Nice, I don't need to hold down the mouse button. Feels like I had to for the longest time, so I feel like I'm almost used to it for Sword of Convallaria for some reason. Nona will come through, throw the Disaster Bottle and do the Vulnerable 3 and stand by. NYDIA, she can come along and just stand by here. Ida will come along and do the Wine Barrel on the boss here. And we'll also do the Damage 3 buff and Disaster Bottle. Do we have all the debuffs? Vulnerable, Judgment. Oh, we don't have the magic defense down on the boss. That's a bit annoying. Need to get the Disaster Bottle RNG going on the boss. Okay, so we'll just heal everyone up, just top them up with the HP. Stand by. Aya will come along and do the cage. Coco, stand by. Gloria can try and throw the Disaster Bottle. How we're looking on the boss here. Do we have what we want? Yes, magic defense 3 down, 2 down, and then we have all the debuffs. So looks like we're good to go on NYDIA here. So NYDIA will make her move a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll cast a Steel, Death Sentence, right? And also do the Breath of Winter. Okay, so Death Sentence. And then we also need to debuff the boss with Warhorn, and we'll give NYDIA Raid Order as well for a fair comparison. So Breath of Winter. And then let's have a look. So we have all the debuffs here on the boss. Vulnerable, Liquor, M Defense, Judgment, Black Feather, Lock On, Warhorn. And then NYDIA has like all the buffs, right? Attack 2, crit damage, damage 3, Death Sentence. Armor of Eyes, Raid Order, Breath of Winter, Leader's Aura, Banner, Flag, Cage. Yeah, okay. So we're good to go. Let's see how much damage we can do here on the boss. Ooh, that's really big explosion, right? I feel like we need to rewatch it in slow motion and to see the full damage. 5.1, so much 5.1, 41, 8.2. But based on the difference in the boss's HP, this direct damage was 70k damage, and then we also have all these debuffs on the boss, right? So let's scroll through this again. Vulnerable 2, Liquor, M Defense, Judgment. We have Frostbite, 2 Frostbites, 3 Frostbites. So we should see a lot of DOT damage. So let's just end our turn here, and let's see all the DOT damage here on the boss. Okay, so slow. Okay, 4801, quite a few times. How many times was that? Okay, let's see the boss's HP now. So it's dropped down to 32017. So what I was sitting at here, 14k dot damage, so 84k. I think that's pretty good, especially if she's considered more of an AoE than single target damage, right? And we have to also jump into a bit on how the Frostbite works, right? So we're doing the basic attack, which inflicts 1 Frostbite, triggers the 1000 black feathers here. We also have Deathbird's Eye, so 1000 black feathers trigger Frostbite, so that's Frostbite number 2. We also have Breath of Winter, so we can see it from our channeling buff here. So it consumes 2 energy, and I think this is fairly sustainable even for a low star NYDIA. Inflicts, this is the 3rd Frostbite. And the character has physical shield, so she does have physical shield, and the target is affected by move down, inflicts an additional 1 Frostbite. So this is the 1 Frostbite that we're missing. So we only have 3 counts of Frostbite, and that's because this boss can't be inflicted by the move down. So it's about 3 to 4 Frostbite, and in this case, it's just 3 Frostbite. So 4801 times 3 there, and that puts us at the final damage. What should we add? Some notes here, like 3 Frostbite instead of 4 sort of thing, right? All right, so I think that's a pretty good idea of NYDIA's damage here. I think we should also test NYDIA with the Star Raid crossbow, like, you know, additional damage, extra crit. Let's see the difference. Okay, this is NYDIA's turn now. Attack in battle is a bit lower because Martia did give the 10% physical attack in battle. So let's have a look into this. So what we'll do is we'll move here again and do Death Sentence on the boss. Damn, that Death Sentence just looks so sick. Just the red eyes, and then, yeah. Alright, so we got the attack 2, the crit, damage 3, raid order, Death Sentence, Breath of Winter, leader, banner, flag, cage. So all the debuffs, and boss is, you know, 0 magic defense. We've got vulnerable, M defense, liquor, judgment. The only thing we'll be missing here is the longbow martyrs effect. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's see the damage. The boss is at 116662 again, and let's target the boss and see our damage. 4817. Ooh. Did that last crit hit not crit because that was from the piercing effect? Yeah, I think that was the case, right? And I forgot to account in, like, Ida did an assist attack, but I think we'll just leave it as it is. Okay, what's that? 53,668. So yeah, 60, almost 63k, so definitely a lot less than Martia, but Star Raid does give us the crit, right? So let's just stand by and see the DOT. So 3 stacks of Frostbite should hit the boss here. 4-5, is it 8-3 or something? Let's see the boss's HP now. So it's down to 40k. So yeah, that puts us at 13k for the DOT from Frostbite. So definitely a lot lower there with the Star Raid crossbow. But we'll definitely have to take into account it does give us, you know, 15% crit, and she has like no crit in her build unless we're looking at running Justice. And I think we also want to also check out the Melee Mega Crossbow just for the damage. But then, like, could we be testing like close-up damage same as before? I don't know. I feel like it might be a bit skewed. Let's do a test anyway. Alright, so this is NYDIA with Mega Melee Crossbow. So we'll go in, put on her buffs. Nice, nice. And then Breath of Winter. And let's have a look at these stats. So 6502. And we got all the buffs here. Actually, did I record the previous one with the buffs? I think I did it without the buffs, right? So this one's actually wrong. So alright, so 6502, and let's have a look at the boss's debuffs. So we got all the debuffs there, and let's see the damage. So boss damage slightly different. 116450. 116450, and then let's see how much damage we do. I feel like that was similar damage, right? 4. Remember, we're very close range with the Mega Melee, right? 263. So definitely a bit more, right? How much are we doing? 72k? And then we'll need to wait for the DOT damage to pop up. Okay, then he takes the dot. Okay. Feel like that wasn't too bad. So what's the boss's HP at now? 30k. The Mega Melee does do a little bit better. 85k. But then Marty is probably going to still be better because we get the debuff on the boss, right, to do extra damage. And Mega Melee will like super close up. So not getting the damage reduced either. And I feel like I need to give Whale Hunter a chance and try and test this out. I mean, just 18%. 3741. Did our attack drop by that much? Okay, I think that's alright. Alright, so we're back again with Whale Hunter. 6389. Slightly lower attack in battle. I mean, that's expected. So let's see the difference in our damage. Like, does the infection give us that extra 20% damage on the boss? And yeah, the boss has all the debuffs, yeah? Yeah, well, we have everything on the boss. Alright, so let's take a shot and see how we go with the damage. 4803. Ooh, 40k. I feel like that's a lot less. That 48066. So that puts us at like 68k damage on the boss. Base values, yeah, 68k damage. I mean, better than Star Raid, right? Alright. Let's have a look and at the DOT damage. Oh, because we'll also take damage from infection as well, right? So that also counts as dot damage. Okay. And the boss is down to 34k. Yeah, what's that? 13k in dot damage, so I don't know. Still doesn't feel like it's worth using Whale Hunter or even rolling engravings on that. Alright, so that's the comparison of the different bows here on NYDIA for the DOT build. There's so much different combinations we can do, right? Maybe we'll leave it for another video. Like, no point doing the trinkets because, you know, this is essentially 20% physical attack, which, you know, just blows everything else out of the water, right? And then Devil, I think, is really solid. You know, we can get like all physical attack on all the roles, but yeah, can definitely take Justice and Magician into consideration as well. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.